Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. So I am recording this, what is it, Sunday afternoon, and I'm gonna upload it as soon as I finish. And honestly, I had such an intense, busy day today, and I just wanted to kind of take a breather from readings today, just kind of rest. But I'm being pulled to do this reading for somebody or a few somebodies out there. And hopefully there's something in these messages that help you out, because I am literally being drawn to do this reading. And so I sat here for a minute, and I'm surrounded by decks. So I had no idea, honestly, what deck I wanted to use. And I kept looking at my scenarios deck. So if you guys have seen me use this lately, it's one I just recently shared with you guys. It's a new deck, and it's got upright and reversed interpretations in this deck. And for some reason, my angel guides kept, kind of directing me towards this particular one to get things started. So that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully at the time that you are tuned in and watching this, there's something here that brings you clarity and helps you out somehow, because I am sitting here for a reason doing this reading. Okay, so it is general advice as always. These readings are not meant for every single person who watches it, but I do hope that whoever it is that it is meant for, if it is for you, you'll know right off the bat if it's about you and your situation. So, starting with this deck, let's see what presents itself, okay? All right, here we go. So this reading is literally guided by my angels, because I'm just keeping it open to whatever it is I'm drawn to at the time that I am recording this. So here we go, for whoever needs it. General reading. If it doesn't make sense, maybe within the next 2, 3, 4 minutes, then it's not for you. But if it does, it'll hit you like a Mack truck. You'll know it right away. All right, angels, do your thing. What needs to come through here? Bring it forward for the collective and whoever needs to benefit from these messages, especially if you're feeling lost or just really in need of guidance right now. Okay, so this card in the upright, it says Madam X. It's focused on a divine feminine. It's coming up in the reverse. So, divine feminine, this is coming through for those of you who have moved on, or you know that you are working on moving on from an ex-partnership. It does say happily single, and this can also represent a divine feminine ex-partner. So let's see where this goes. Angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know? I'm guided to pull 3. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. So divine feminine, you're coming up first in the energy. We have the gigolo. That's so interesting. You might find, divine feminine, that the person that you were with, like your last relationship, they really weren't either ready to commit or they wanted to play around. The gigolo in the upright represents a player, somebody who's uncommitted. There could have also been more than one person that they were interested in or interacting with. Let me grab one more here. Give me one more card for the collective, please. Okay, we have another reversed card, which is farewell. Ooh. So it is reversed, and it does say need time apart, change of heart, lost love returns, temporary breakup, long distance connection. Take any of those that make sense for your particular storyline. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify the messages that we do have here. I'm going to pull from my Yummy Tarot here. That's the deck I'm drawn to. So clearly this is about two people that needed time apart. But it's also telling us for some of you guys that it's not a permanent breakup. You might not be together right here, right now, but it seems that there could be a lost love that comes back. Look at that. We've got the Ace of Swords followed by the Empress representing the Divine Feminine again. So we've got these cards representing the feminine energy. It could have been Divine Feminine that you cut a masculine out, more than likely because they were messing around. Again, they couldn't commit, or they could have been interacting with more than one person. So they literally needed to spend time apart. This is the farewell card. Somebody said goodbye here in order to create a separation. But the way it's coming through, it doesn't seem to be a permanent breakup. Okay? What else do we need to know, please? We have the Magician. Now, for some of you, you could be focused on a Gemini or a Virgo. The Magician, of course, is a card of bringing things to fruition in the 3D. This is about manifestation. This is about being able to create something more tangible in a partnership here. That's what this masculine could be focused on, wanting to certainly bring it back into the 3D and to start again. They see you, perhaps, Divine Feminine, as their ideal mate. I mean, you are coming through as the Empress. They don't actually want you to be their ex. They want to reconnect with you. We do have the Six of Cups, so we are clearly seeing that they still think about you. This, of course, is a card of nostalgia and possibly desiring. Actually, at this point, I'm feeling it's not just possibly desiring. I feel they do 100% desire to have you back in their life, and they can't help but focus on the memories that you guys have shared and really wanting to perhaps create new memories between the two of you. Look at that. They have the Ten of Wands coming through. I mean, just look at the overall energy. You know, this heavy burden that's referenced right there. We have the Moon. You could also have been dealing with a Pisces. Deception and illusion. This can represent things that are hidden. It can represent lies. It can represent secrets that they kept from you. Part of those secrets could have been that they were in player mode and really weren't looking for exclusivity in their partnership. But I'm telling you, things have shifted for this Divine Masculine more than likely. Here's the Awakening card through the Judgment. And I do feel by needing time apart, as this card says, the fact that you guys went your separate ways, you know, they had a lot of time to think things through here, and now they're missing you. They're thinking about you. And so I'm kind of feeling here that explains why it's coming through as a temporary breakup, because they're going to do everything in their power to make it known that they want to try again, that they want you back, that they don't want to be single, they want to be with you, they want to fix things. This burden, this heaviness that they've been carrying, it's getting to the point where it's just unbearable for this person. And so there will be communication, I feel, that's going to be coming in. And part of that communication could be an apology. Part of that communication is them really opening up their heart to you and being more expressive than they've ever been. We do have the Wheel of Fortune coming up next. So there's the potential for things to turn around and certainly go your way if you've been wanting this as well. We are seeing tens pop up here. So tens can certainly represent cycles that are completing here. You know, some part of this cycle certainly could have been very painful to go through. But things are shifting. It's changing. And now we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this can, of course, represent prosperity and abundance in a monetary sense, career-wise. It could be that this person has worked very hard to make a name for themselves. So maybe financially, career-wise, work environment, all of that stuff could be looking up. That could be the case for you as well. But this can also represent a new beginning in love, offering a more stable foundation for the partnership. Look at this, and then another ace coming through. So new love could certainly indicate new chapters in love and giving you guys the opportunity to try again. And, you know, that certainly is your option, Divine Feminine, if you are willing to give this person a chance. This can also represent being able to spend time on your own, to be able to find love for yourself, to be able to fill this cup. Because for some, that could actually represent the fact, through past behaviors and actions, that this cup is now running empty. And so the main task would be to do what is necessary in order to heal that, so that this cup can overflow once again. Okay, so that is the opening message. So if you're resonating with this, then I suggest continue to watch the rest of the reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries. You know, this is just what seems to be presenting itself at this time. All right, so I am guided to use my Silhouettes deck now. Let's see what else we can tap into for the collective, please. Angels and spirit guides. So it seems very specific message that we might have a divine masculine who wants to return to be able to reconnect with a divine feminine ex-partner. All right, so angels, what else do we need to know for this random reading that I am being guided to do at this time? What is the message? We're just open to whatever. Leap of faith. Because sometimes you just have to trust you will land where you are meant to be. Or you are, you will land where you are meant to land. So that's just putting it out there. Just believing that you're meant to be where you are meant to be. This reminds me, of course, of the Fool card in Tarot. Taking that leap of faith and just trusting that if whatever's meant to happen will happen the way it should. All right, let's grab 2 more cards here. What else, please? For the collective. Communication. So much I want to say, but can never seem to find the words. When you're right in front of me, I'll find a way. So clearly what we've already seen in this reading is distance and time apart. And of course, this is a keyboard right here. Somebody could be sitting in front of their computer wanting to maybe email or communicate on social media, but unable to do so. It's like they've got so much that they want to be able to express, but unable to. So part of this leap of faith could be, you know what, let me just do it. I've got all this stuff I want to say, but maybe they're overanalyzing and not sending the message. So it's time. Whoever feels the need to say whatever it is they need to get off their chest, I have a feeling that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Bottom of the deck, we have bridges. Know which ones you need to burn, which ones to rebuild, and which ones to avoid. So part of the ones that need to be burned, it's got something to do, certainly with this moon energy, if they were lying to you and if they were keeping things. It's got something to do with the heavy burdens that we've already seen. You know, and the gigolo card, of course, is an uncommitted partner just wanting to mess around, play around, you know, that sort of thing. And we clearly see that more than likely we have a masculine here who is wanting to rebuild this bridge back to you, Divine Feminine. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify this. I'll be pulling from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. And why is it called the Tarot Teacher? For those of you who haven't seen me use this, I created this deck for those who want to learn how to read tarot for yourselves. And for me, I just need to see it. You know, I just need everything laid out for me, written out for me. And so that was the concept behind this deck. It's like, I don't want to have to look at images. I don't want to have to figure out what it means in the upright and the reverse. So it's literally just written out for whoever wants to learn. And then you can always graduate to the other decks I have where it can still teach you, but it does have the images. It's got upright and reverse meanings. But this was literally the very first one that I created just to be able to help folks to learn tarot and learn it fast and learn it easily. So if that's something you relate to, of course, I'll include the link down below for all the decks, but especially this one. So, all right, here we go. What else do we need to know? 8 of Wands is fast movement. It is rapid action. So you couple that up with this leap of faith. I have a feeling we have somebody here who's ready to take that first step sooner rather than later. They're really heavily thinking about it, and don't be surprised if all of a sudden you get a text or a phone call, or they reach out on social media, or they drop by. It could come in the form of so many various ways of communication. So we've got that coming through right there. This is somebody who might have at one point in time wanted their freedom or wanted to play the field, but something has changed. And this person is thinking about you because there's something very special about the connection. If they didn't feel connected to it, they wouldn't be thinking about you. They wouldn't be remembering the good times, but they are. They're thinking about it quite heavily, honestly. All right. Give me another card, please. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. And maybe they have burnt the bridge, but they want to rebuild it. Is it still possible, or is it too late? Okay, so we do have a reversed card coming through, which is the Ace of Wands. All right, so this can be some sort of delay. You know, they can think about it all they want, but there's still a possible delay here for some. You know, yes, I want to take that leap of faith. I want to hurry up and fix this. But they could also be getting in their own way. Some people might also feel like they really have missed the chance to do anything about this. But boy, do they want to do something about it. They want to fix this. Clearly, I'm not surprised. We do have the Tower card coming through. This represents the destruction of the partnership. It represents the separation. So they've definitely learned some lessons attached to this. You know, it hasn't been easy for this person. And if they hurt you, if they broke your heart, you could also be listening to this and, you know, almost thinking, well, good. You know, you hurt me. It's time for you to get a taste of your own medicine type thing. And they are. They really are. 5 of Cups. I mean, regret, loss, sadness, right next to the Tower. It's almost like the moment the separation happened, they're like, what the freaking frick have I done? Yeah, they felt it. They definitely felt it. This is the next card. 9 of Cups. I mean, they want this to be a part of the 3D, which is a reconciliation. That is ultimately, I feel, what it is that they're wanting here. They want you guys to be able to interact once again. There's something missing without you. They could still be dreaming about you, literally, in their dreams. And the 9 of Cups, it is the ability for a wish to manifest. This definitely contributed to the Tower. It was painful. It created distance between the two of you. We have sorrow, sadness, loss coming through in this reading. That's what they experienced when you guys broke up. And I cannot help that this feel that this is a masculine who has experienced this. Not that the feminine didn't go through this, but the way it's coming through in this reading, right from the very start, I have a feeling that it is a masculine who has major regrets over how things unfolded between the two of you. So yes, Divine Feminine, they could have hurt you, could have broken your heart big time. Could it have been a third party? Possibly, because this can represent a love triangle. You know, that doesn't always have to be the case for everybody, but something occurred here that created this devastating experience between the two of you. And, you know, in a way, I mean, it really rocked the whole foundation of this connection. It was very, very painful for you both, but I have a feeling at this point, the masculine, they're definitely feeling the ramifications of their behaviors and their actions, especially if they really were coming through as this gigolo, you know, a player, uncommitted, multiple partners, not really looking to settle down, not looking to be exclusive in any way, shape, or form. We have the moon coming through, okay? So they really were, it seems, possibly hiding things from you, and that contributed to some of the issues. I mean, that's the second time that is presenting itself in this reading. Okay, so they were deceptive somehow, keeping things from you, you know, keeping it on the down low, keeping it hidden somehow, creating either confusion or some sort of illusion that something was a particular way, but really it wasn't. So something was going on, and it created some challenges here. Look at that, Six of Cups once again. So we are seeing duplicate messages indicating that they really are focused on the memories that you guys have shared at one point in time. This is someone from your past, no doubt about it. So more than likely an ex-partner here, and they regret how things unfolded. This is a reunion card. Okay, so going back to the bridges reference, they are really wanting to build this bridge back to you, I feel. And it hurts them. Basically, it hurts them to not be with you. That is ultimately what it is that they're focused on, and what it is that they would love to be able to bring to fruition once again. Okay, so let's see. I am drawn to, let's add to this. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. So I'm literally just pulling from decks that I am drawn to at the time that I am doing this reading. There is no plan to this reading. It literally drew me in. And so I really do hope that whoever is able to find value in these messages, that it helps you out somehow. And if you find that you're able to relate to it and you want something more personal, of course, we can look into your own situation through a reading, okay? All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What else do we need to know when it comes to this reading? For whoever needs it, it doesn't matter what sign you are, whether you're divine masculine, divine feminine, it doesn't matter. Hopefully there's something in these messages that makes sense for you and offers you guidance that is helpful. That's the goal here. All right, here we go. Joy. It really was love at first sight, the moment I saw you. From that first glance that I knew was meant for only me, the brush of your hand against mine, your heartwarming smile, and everything about you that brings me joy beyond measure. Thank you for choosing me for life. And that could have certainly been the case at one point in time, but, you know, with tower moments and somebody who's just not ready to 100% commit, I kind of feel this is coming through as a one-sided deal. You know, it could have been love at first sight, maybe, for example, the feminine. But You know, not to say that you guys didn't experience happy times or that you brought each other joy. I feel you did. But I'm getting more so of a lopsided energy where one person was happier than the other, more content than the other, more committed than the other. Okay, so let's see what else. So the key here is to get you guys onto the same page. If you really can both choose each other and be fully committed to the partnership, then, you know, maybe it's got a chance. What else, please, for the collective? Oh, man. The storm represents a tower experience in a way, okay? It does say we've been through the storm when it comes to the trials and tribulations of our relationship. That storm has already been represented through the tower. There were times when I wasn't sure we would overcome it. There were times I found myself barely holding on, but any love worth fighting for is worth holding on to. So I really do feel at this point that this person wants to be able to fight for this love, that they feel it is worth at least trying to salvage it. And the last line does say, I'm glad we didn't let go. Based off of the surrounding cards, I feel that there was this absolute need to let go. Total opposite energy of that message, you know, so that's what I'm getting from that. That storm was a massive experience. It's like a shakeup in this relationship that almost needed to happen. It's almost like the universe got involved to shake things up in the partnership because something needed to happen to perhaps wake both of you up for very different reasons. You know, if you were, for example, the victim of somebody cheating on you and you didn't know about it, that was the shakeup to bring that to your attention. It's like, look, this is what's happening. And from the other person's standpoint, it's like, look, this is what you're doing. This is what you're creating. You are creating drama. So in order to get things moving, either through a separation or maybe, as we can see, a possible temporary breakup, is to either rid the situation of whatever was happening, possibly a third party, or for both people to kind of just go your separate ways and figure things out separately, you know? So I feel that the tower in this case was almost a blessing in disguise. Look at this. We've got sever, and the card after that, we have nostalgia, okay? So we keep seeing this reference to nostalgia in this reading. So that's telling you right off the bat, they're thinking very heavily about you. And these messages right here, it's clearly indicating that it's more than likely for those of you who are not together right now. So we have the sever card. There comes a point when you know in your heart of hearts it's over. There's nothing more to say. Nothing more to do. That doesn't make it any easier to let go. No one can rush you to detach, but the day will come when it won't be so hard. And I have a feeling that by the time you get to listen to this reading, you've already taken action to sever ties. If you find you're listening to this and you're like, oh, I really need to do that, but I haven't, then perhaps this is a message to help you to take that leap of faith that we've seen, to take action, to do what is necessary for your own growth, for your own healing. No matter how much you love this person, you have to love yourself more. You got to fill that empty cup, okay? And we're already familiar in this reading with the reference to this nostalgia. And it says, it's been years, yet it feels like it was yesterday. For some of you, maybe it was recent. Maybe it hasn't been years. Okay? And it says, I thought that time would make this easier on me, my heart, my mind. I wish I could turn back time to undo the damage that was done. Don't we all have that wish at one point in time, to go back in time and undo some of the stuff that we regret? But we can't do that. And it does say make different choices. But I can't. We can't. All we have are our memories. You know, we can't go back in time to undo the damage. We can't go back in time to unsay the painful words that we've said to people. Can't do it. So many people, I'm sure, have wished that they could take things back, but it's not possible. So all we can do at this point is learn from our past actions and to either fix it or move on from it or learn from it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find out here. All right, I'm going to pull from my Valentine Connection Tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for this reading that is guided by the angels to put it out there for whoever it is that this reading can help in any way, shape, or form. We've got the Hangman. Okay, didn't that already come through? So, of course, the Hangman is about letting go, you know, letting go, making room for something better. It's like the need to detach. Okay, no, that did not come through. Taking a step back to get that new perspective, to see things from a different angle. I feel that that was necessary. It is necessary for some of you. And that's where this sever message comes from. There comes a point when you know it's over and you got to take a step back. But the way it's coming through in this overall reading is, even though you had to take a step back from somebody, it's coming through as a temporary situation. It's not meant to be perhaps a permanent separation. And if you don't agree with that listening to this reading, perhaps this is not your message, because that is what I'm getting very strongly through this reading, that it's temporary. It's not permanent. So if you relate to that, there's something in your heart that perhaps you know something is about to happen. There is about to be a shift when it comes to your connection. Look at this. Look at how this is lining up. Storm and the sun. The sun comes out after the storm. So you had to go through this storm in order to get here. If you've already been through this experience, like a tower moment that we've seen, just know that this is on the other side of that journey. If you're not there yet, just know that it's on its way to you. It could be closer than you think. You could be a lot closer to being able to establish happiness and contentment and fulfillment in your life once again. Look at that, 9 of Cups, followed by the 9 of Wands. Look at these cards. The Tower. The universe knows what you've been through, guys. You've been through it. It's right here. It's right there. And it's so fitting that we've got the 9 of Wands right here. Keyword literally says resilience. It does not matter what this represents. You've been through it, but you will also overcome it. That is what this card is about. You've been wounded. You've been hurt. Life has really tried you in so many different ways, and it hurt. So take as much time as you need to be able to heal from that type of experience, and just know that the sun, look at that, the sun will come out again. What does the sun represent in tarot? It represents joy. What does that say? Joy. You will be able to find it again. Success, celebration, positivity, radiance, abundance. We see it here. The sun is one of the most beautiful cards in tarot. It's right next to the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. There is a wish that is possibly going to manifest in the 3D between you and this individual. That is a repetitive message. Realizing our dreams, being grateful for what we've got, being grateful for what's to come, finding contentment, emotional stability. Here's our Magician. Okay, so you're a lot closer to manifestation than you might realize. Sometimes when we're going through some pretty trying things, we lose sight of the good that's on its way to us. But it's on its way. You've got the Star. Look at the next card. Here we are again with the Empress. So Divine Feminine, it's almost like this reading was custom tailored for you. Whoever represents the feminine, Divine Feminine energy in the relationship, this is custom tailored for you. To let you know that there's a wish, that the universe is picking up off of that wish, and it's about to make it happen. It's got something to do with a reunion, something in the 3D that's going to manifest, something that perhaps you've been waiting for, hoping for, wishing for. And one thing I love about the Star is it's also focused on self-care. Part of manifesting this wish has to do with you being in the best health possible, not just physical health, but that could certainly be spiritual, emotional, okay? It's tied into all that. So we got to work on you first in order to manifest the rest of your wish. Wow. Now we've got the 10 of Cups. If what you are wishing for and focused on is to be able to bring you back together with your person, especially if you are Divine Feminine, hoping to reconnect with your masculine and to finally find true happiness in that partnership, you know, maybe you've been hoping for marriage someday. Maybe you've been hoping to start a family with this person. Well, all of those things are possible, you know? So I really do feel that even though you guys had to go through a breakup, and it does seem that it is a temporary breakup, that there really is a chance to reconnect and to manifest this amazing wish that is coming through. Okay, in the 3D, something huge is about to change here. Bottom of the deck, we've got that Ace of Cups coming through again. Okay, so new love, a new chance to be able to find love again within this connection, but it really does start with you. Remember, you have to be able to fill that cup for yourself in order for it to overflow for you first. And then it gives you the power to be able to get out there and bring that love towards you, whoever it is that you are focused on. So that's pretty amazing how the same messages are kind of resurfacing throughout this reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages now, guys, and see what it is that you both want to be able to express to each other. All right, and of course, there's a lot of you tuning in and watching this, so just take from it what makes sense, of course, just like the rest of the reading, but especially with dialogue messages because they can be so specific. All right, so I'm going to pull from my Dark Mysteries Oracle. This is the Divine Masculine version. Hidden Secrets of the Divine Masculine's Heart. So we have seen the moon energy in this reading. That's focused on things that are hidden. It's focused on secrets. So things that your masculine have not shared with you, Divine Feminine. So let's grab some words. You don't have to resonate with each and every card. I'm guided to pull 6, so that's what I'm going to do. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 6. Okay. What do we have here? These words from the masculine. So let's read through these. Okay. All right. First one. I can't help wondering if you're still mad at me for how things ended between us. Interesting. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, even though I don't deserve you. I wish I could go back in time to undo the pain I caused you. I seem to be stuck in the past because that's the only place I feel peace, because you're there. I'm not very good at saying what's in my heart, but somehow I hope you know how much I love you. And last one, Why did you have to leave me behind? I feel that last one, they know exactly why you had to leave them behind. You know, based off of what we saw in this reading, tower moments and such. Okay, so those are the words from the masculine. Let's go ahead and clarify those messages and see what else we can find out. I'm going to pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher. This particular deck is one that I dedicated to my Tabby. We had her for 12 years. We ended up losing her to cancer. It was so incredibly difficult. It's hard to lose our fur babies, you know. So let's go ahead and see, based off of the masculine verbiage that came through, what else they want to be able to convey through this reading. There we are, the Fool. Going back to what came through right from the very beginning of this reading, that leap of faith. Because sometimes you just have to trust you will land where you are meant to land. So that's what this masculine is focused on. At this point, I'm kind of feeling like they don't even care if they fail. They don't even care that, you know, you might reject them. To them, it's worth taking a chance because you're worth it, Divine Feminine. They want to be able to try again. They want to be able to manifest this new beginning for the two of you. Let's see. What else, please? They're coming in as the King of Cups, okay? Now, you could be focused on a divine masculine water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This particular divine masculine, their heart is open. Maybe it wasn't open back then, but it is now. They're coming through as a very devoted individual. They're ready to give their all to the partnership. They care for you. Their heart is ready to love you the way you deserve to be loved, Divine Feminine. And one of the key words here, it literally says calm. Somebody who brings in a tower moment is not coming from a place of peace or tranquility, but this masculine is now. They're very much focused on a reunion. You make them happy. They want a new beginning. Three of Cups reiterates that. Look at the next card after that. We've got the Two of Cups. Card after that, the Magician. The card after that is the Lovers. Some of you could be focused on a Gemini as well. Interesting that the Magician represents Gemini and Virgo. So if any of those signs resonate for you, maybe there's something significant here from the divine masculine side. But they clearly are focused on wanting to manifest something here, something tangible, truly, because they still feel so connected. They love you. Maybe it really took them not being with you to realize just how much they love you. The sexual attraction, we're not doubting that whatsoever. It's still coming through here. The Lover's card represents a choice. And part of the choice that they're willing to make at this point is to take that leap of faith, regardless of whether they fall flat on their butt. You know, they're willing to try anyway. So, Divine Feminine, if you're finding that you still have anger towards this person, or animosity, or you're just hesitant to even give them a second chance, you got to honor that, and that's absolutely okay. But we're simply taking a look at the energy for the divine masculine to see where they're coming from. And this is where they're coming from. They still see you as their ideal person. They still love you. They still find you to be a person that they want to invest their time and energy into for life, possible marriage, reconnecting, the attraction. I mean, all of it. They want to be able to rekindle the partnership. Plain and simple, that is what they want. Reconciliation. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and grab some words from the Divine Feminine. How are you feeling, Divine Feminine? So I'm going to pull from the counterpart deck of the other one. This is the Dark Mysteries Oracle Volume 2, Hidden Secrets of the Divine Feminine's Heart. So, Divine Feminine, where are you at? How are you feeling? So I'm going to pull 6 cards like I did for the masculine. Angels and spirit guides, please. Here we go. That's 1. and 6. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get these spread out and then we'll read them. Okay. Oh, wow. I feel the very essence of you still surrounding me. So even though you guys might not be together right now, you still feel your masculine's presence. Forever, you will be with me. If you only knew how much I love you. You know, this statement right here kind of reminds me, if you only knew how much I love you or loved you, you wouldn't have done what you did. You wouldn't have hurt me. You wouldn't have created so much drama in our relationship. That's what that reminds me of. Don't lie to me. The truth will always come out. And more than likely, the truth did come out. And if you're still feeling so drawn to your masculine to this day, regardless of tower moments and whatever the heck happened, part of the reason perhaps why you feel so magnetically pulled still could be that they are actually your twin flame. That doesn't guarantee smooth sailing just because someone's our twin flame. That could be a difficult situation just as well. But it is perhaps clarifying why you feel so drawn. And lastly, sometimes I wonder why our paths crossed, only to travel that road for such a brief moment in time. So for some of my feminines, perhaps you feel like it was the best thing that's ever happened to you, and maybe it came and went just as fast. You know, it was like a fleeting experience for you. It didn't last. It's almost like you found this love and it was ripped out from under you. That sort of experience. And absolutely, that was the tower. That was the catastrophe. That was the destruction. That was the separation. Okay? So those are the words. Take whichever one of those resonates for you. So let's clarify it. All right, so I'm going to pull from my TANIELU tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Okay, focused on the feminine now. What do we need to know, please? You've got your guard up, okay? So 7 of Wands, territorial. I feel maybe this is your way of protecting your heart space, understandable. That was a part of your experience for some of you. You know, the cheating, the deception, the lying, an affair, a third party. So, of course, you would be feeling territorial, part of the energy of the 7 of Wands. You know, that's your way of saying, back the hell off. You know, that's my person. And unfortunately, the way it's presenting itself in this reading, you possibly could have been with somebody who entertained that attention from somebody else, especially the way it's coming through. You know, not to always blame the masculine, but that's the way it presented itself. You know, the gigolo, player, uncommitted, having multiple people. So it's difficult. It makes sense, Divine Feminine, that you would feel like you were backstabbed by this person. Because you trusted them. You gave this person your heart. You gave them your all. And here they are. They hurt you. They backstabbed you. So of course, this is you at this point. You know, as much love as you might have for your masculine, this is you. It's like, are you really coming towards me with better intentions? Or, you know, are you still the same person that hurt me? 4 of Swords. So the cards that are coming through, it's definitely picking up off of the feminine's pain. 4 of Swords, followed by the 2 of Swords. Look at all these cards, guys. Followed by the 5 of Swords. Do you see this? So it came to a standstill. It came to a stalemate because more than likely, Divine Feminine, you severed ties, which we've seen. You severed ties with this masculine. As it says, 5 of Swords, you walked away. So after having experienced that tower, of course you needed to focus on yourself towards your healing. You didn't want anything to have to do with this person. Doesn't matter if they're your twin flame. they still hurt you. So you needed time to focus on yourself, your own healing, and as it says, recuperate. Recuperate from it. And this is life's way of telling you that this as well is only a temporary experience and that you will overcome it and that you will heal from it. And remember, guys, the star can also focus on self-care. So after having experienced all of this pain and disappointment and grief and loss, this is now part of your journey to get here if you haven't already. Sure, you've got wishes, but first, the universe is going to help you heal so that you can focus 100% on those wishes, whatever they may be, whether it's a reconciliation, whether it's to find love elsewhere. Whatever it is that you're wishing for and hoping for, Divine Feminine, you can have it. But first, you have to be able to fill your cup. Keeps going back to that, you know? This is a part of your wish, right? 10 of Cups. For things to really come to the surface and bring you happiness in a relationship. This is everything right here. This is fulfillment. This is joy. This is what's going to bring you the ultimate happiness. It's like your dream manifesting in the 3D, finally. Can it be with the person that you're thinking about? Can it be with the person that ultimately had hurt you at one point in time? If they really are coming towards you as someone who even deserves a second of your time, then maybe. But there's no guarantee for that, you know? So depends. It depends on how it unfolds in your life. If it doesn't actually happen in that way, then this 10 of Cups could be a wish that's unlike anything that you could have ever envisioned for yourself. The universe knows what it is that you need, and it'll bring it to you when you're ready. There's the potential for future marriage commitment in the future. So whatever it is that Tower represents in your life, just know that it is temporary. Whether that temporary energy is two people coming back together after a while, or that pain is temporary. That heartbreak is temporary, because you will find what it is that you are deserving of. You will find what it is that will bring you happiness. Just give it some time. There it is. There it is. So don't worry. It's all going to ultimately work itself out for you. This is a wish that will come true. Sometimes our wishes come true in a very different way. And sometimes it comes true even better than what we thought. So just turn it over to a higher power. You know, all you can do first and foremost is to heal from painful experiences. And again, focus on loving yourself. You want to be able to love yourself almost a little bit more than loving someone else, because it starts with you. So don't worry about these wishes. You're going to get what you are meant to have. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Clarity, power, victory. This is life putting you behind the wheel, directing you to wherever it is that you're meant to go next. Don't worry so much about the journey. Just enjoy the journey, because there's going to be some amazing parts to it. Are there going to be some bumps along the way? Yeah, because that's just life. But this is giving you the power to cut people or situations out that don't belong on the ultimate road towards your happiness. You are now in control of the direction that this is going. All right, guys. So I don't know who this is meant for, but this is what I was meant to do by way of a reading today. And I hope that when you watch this, that it really offers you some insight, some guidance, some peace, some hope in however way you needed it. I'd love to see it in the comments if it helped you out. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, I'd love to do that for you as well. any of the decks that you see here. I will list them down below if you're interested in purchasing them. And that is it for now, guys. I'm working on a whole lot more readings for you guys, so please stay tuned. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day or evening. And stay tuned for the next readings. I'll see you next time.